is E.J. Rack. I'm a graduate student at the North Carolina A&T State University, and today I will be showing you how to run a proton NMR using an NMR instrument. The things you want to keep in mind when running the instrument are your sample. It must be dissolved completely before you place it into this thing here called an NMR tube. After you place it into the NMR tube, the next thing you want to do is place it into something called a spinner turbine, which I'll show you what that is in a second. But after you place it into the spinner turbine, we then have this. This lets your sample be at the correct depth, because if it's not in the magnet deep enough, you will not get a good spectrum. And also lets it be at the correct position. Now after you do that, you can then come to the spectrometer, which is really the computer. And here, this is where you choose the correct notebook numbers, the correct solvent you use that you dissolve your sample in, because if you choose an incorrect solvent, your spectra will look messed up. So after you do that, you can then also pick a list of experiments that you want to run. After you have done all this, the instrument will automatically optimize the conditions that you chose to run your spectrum. So let's go over this again. You prepare your sample, you load your sample, you come to the spectrometer, you pick your sample conditions. After you've done this, you run your sample. After running your sample, you get the data and the spectra. When you get the spectra data, you can then analyze that spectra data and see, depending on the experiment that you ran, what you have. So at this time, I will show you the spinner turbine. So as I stated before, this is a spinner turbine. Before you put it in here, and you have to be careful so you don't break the NMR tube, you have to wipe the NMR tube down. You then place it into the spinner turbine. It will look something like this. Now this isn't good because it's not in far enough. And also, this isn't good because it's in too far. That's why we use this. You place it in here, you let it go all the way down. When it hits the bottom, that lets you know it is at a perfect position for the magnet. So then you take it out of this. You place it into your magnet, and it's going to float because it's on a bed of air. Now to get it into the magnet, you come to your computer and you hit insert. The air goes away and falls into the magnet. And at this time, you're ready to run your sample.